We are going to crochet a scarf by Christmas. This is Stitchmas Countdown Challenge. We're going to do 7 rows a day. You're going to get yourself a size G crochet hook. You can get this at any craft store or Walmart. It usually comes in several different sizes. You're going to make sure you want to get the size G hook in the package. Okay, so we've seen me do chain stitch before. I'm going to chain 20 stitches. It's always a good habit to count them in your head or out loud. At first, you might have to count them out loud because then people know you're counting and they won't interrupt you. Being interrupted actually happens quite a bit, and you finally get used to it, or you'll like put your hand up and say, I'm counting, so you don't get lost in your counts. Okay, so you're going to skip that first hook or thing on your hook, the first stitch. That's what word I was looking for. You're going to go into that second obvious little stitch right there, and that is your first single crochet, and you're going to single crochet all the way down. Sometimes the yarn gets tangled up. That's one of the joys of crocheting. So you'll figure that out soon. If all else fails, cut the yarn. That's what I always, well, I don't know why I always say that, but that's what I say after you try to untangle it for a long time. You're finally like, okay, I'm just going to cut this and then tie it together. So you keep going down the row, single crocheting, making sure your tension's good, not too tight, not too loose. I don't know what I have on my finger. I guess I just drank some water or something, got it on my finger. It's funny you don't notice it until you see it on the video. And now everybody notices it. So we're going down the line, single crocheting. I usually have a movie or music or something going on in the background. And remember, we don't go into that one little piece that's where you added the yarn on. We're just keeping going down that row. Don't forget to turn at the end of each row. And remember, the first row is the only one where you skip that little piece where you attached your yarn to. The other rows, you're going to go all the way down right there to that. Do your single crochet. And then you're going to look at your work, make sure it's all lined up and everything. We've got 2 rows so far. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to skip that first little hook loop. And the reason you don't go into that first one is something I kind of have learned through trial and error. It is because it would essentially be like putting two single crochets into one. And you don't want to do that because that adds to the edge. So it would make it look start means not being straight on that edge. It's okay if you go slow at first. We're just doing 7 rows a day, so you got plenty of time. And don't forget to stitch into that last one to make the edges straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 rows now. Okay, we're gonna chain, skip that first little chain or stitch and just keep going. What color did you choose to do your scarf with? I'd like to see some pictures. If you want to put them in the comments here, or you can go to my Instagram and do a hashtag Stitchmas Countdown 2025 challenge. I'll put it in the comments and let you know what hashtag I use. And I'd like to see all your pictures. I'm thinking reds, dark green, blue, whatever your person you're making it for's favorite color is, that's what I would go with. And it's fun because you can really, I'm kind of having a hard time getting it in that last one. You can really just make this perfect for someone you love, what the colors they like, their favorite football team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows now. Yay, 6 rows. So we're going to chain again. Turn it, skip that first one, and go on to that next one. And you're going to go all the way down again. What is that saying? Slow and steady wins the race. There's no rush. Christmas is coming, but we've got 37 days, and we're just doing 7 rows a day. We got this. And if you want to, you can do more than 7 rows a day. Just you don't want to get burnout. And it's a good way to actually strengthen your fingers and your hands and your arms. I did read that crochet does burn some calories. So you might need to warm up and get ready for it. But for real, you do. Older people have a hard time crocheting because after they've crocheted so many years because their hands are strained. You do need to do some stretches or exercises with your hand to keep them in tip-top shape. You can look those up on Pinterest or YouTube or wherever. So I'm showing you how long it should be. This is 1 single crochet, 7 rows, and it's 20 stitches, 20 chains long to begin with. So we are done with day 1 of our Stitchmas countdown. I couldn't remember what it was called, but we are, I've already forgotten. We're already done with our first day. We've done 7 rows. It doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but if you do it daily, 7 rows a day, you're going to be done by Christmas. And a little bit before that, because like I said, it's 6.5 rows a day. So we're rounding it up to 7 rows a day. So you'll get done a little bit before Christmas Day, and you can have it wrapped up in a neat little box and put a bow around it or whatever you want to do. I am using a light green color. Right now, I think this is a pretty popular color for the Christmas season. I always love this color. My walls in my house are like a light version of this. It kind of looks neon, but it's not in the picture. So you'll be able to have an average size scarf by the end of this tutorial. And I will see you back tomorrow, and we will continue with 7 more rows. So we're all adults here, and so we know how many rows that'll be after 7 more tomorrow. So we have 7 today, we'll have 14 tomorrow, and the higher we go up, the more I'll have to use my fingers and toes. So thank you so much for joining me. I think this is going to be really fun, and 7 rows a day, that's not hard at all. So let's keep trying and keep going. And like I said, by Christmas Day, you will have a scarf that you can give to your loved one. All right. Bye.